Last year, it made its epic return, a roaring success, the college football video game from EA. Today, the early access of this year's version.
So my ignorant question is, so when they come out and you can do dynasties and all that, so if you chose, I don't know, like Denard Robinson, can he like run really good, but his passes go like 10 yards?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All the players have their ratings.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Now you don't have to do the quarterback number 16.
Okay.
The names are in there. The likeness is in there. The coaches, many of them are in there. So when you play multiple years, you see how coaches move around.
Do they have staff members dressed in aliases?
Someone wants to know if you can steal signs in the game. We're not quite at that level. But I love it. This is a game I totally geek out over. It's a game I get obsessed with. I played it a ton this last year, the online dynasty. I thought it was a roaring success.
How did you do?
I won my fair share of national championships. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was pretty competitive. I mean, the breakdown ended up where I think I had 4, another guy had 4, one guy had 3.
Well, how long is each season?
Same number of games as real life.
Okay. But see,
I mean, we got like 12, 15 years into this thing.
I understand.
And that's light work. I mean, there's people listening that probably did way better than that.
To me, I would like, maybe this shows you how naive I am.
Yeah.
I'd rather, if you're going to play a season, you play it like over the length of a real season.
Oh,
like
we
you
get
play once a
nowhere.
week and, you know.
What do you think? On Saturday, we're tailgating before our games? We play once a week?
Yeah.
Awesome. I bet somebody does that. I bet there's somebody in our world that actually tailgates for these. All right. So my boys.
So I never get to coach any of my recruits because then the new game comes out and it was pointless?
Oh, that's a good point.
Come on, Stoney.
So my boys got the game last year. They still played Madden more.
Okay.
And I don't know. That's in general. They play fantasy football. It's for the NFL. They're just NFL kids. But it'd be interesting to see if Connor gets more into it this year. In terms of what you were saying about like games you got obsessed with for a while.
Yeah.
I'm going to go old here, but I think it's within our demo, even though I think it was the year you were born. NHL 93.
Yeah.
Had everything that a video game should be. Because I miss the nuances of the games. I miss the little silly things, the semi-cheats. I hate the big cheats, but the semi-cheats. But that game had blood. The glass would break. Jeremy Roenick took on a life of his own as a legend. Teemu Selanne was coming off his 76-goal season and was absolutely lethal. It was so much fun to play. And so we would go late into the night playing, me and my friends. But another one was the Tiger Woods on PlayStation back in like the mid-2000s. And that was the one where the other question you asked, like you could never get over one on your friend. I could never beat my friend. One time we were playing, and we were at Pebble Beach, and I have a chance to actually beat him this time. And I got a hole-in-one at 17. He got a hole-in-one.
Oh! Come on.
I mean, he got up and just like, let me have it.
But that's the thing. Like, it's
the greatness of the game.
And it's easier now because everybody can play online. But back in the day, going over to your buddy's house and playing these games, like it doesn't have to be this game today that you're going out to buy. Mm-hmm. We do want to know if you have plans. A guy said, I'm considering taking the day off.
That's what I figured. Because I remember, look, obviously it was years ago that when Madden would be released, people were waiting in line
release.
And sleeping outside, to get it when it came out.
Yeah. Guy says, I am determined to take at least a half day. I think that's more than appropriate. Let's get to the phones. Josh in New Baltimore. Josh, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I started a Madden league, I think it was like Madden 15 or 16. We're going on 10 years. We started this league with just a few of us. It grew. It fluctuates every year between like 20 and 25 guys, depending, people fall off throughout the year or they take breaks or whatever. But it started with, it was only a few of us knew each other, and the rest were like total strangers. Fast forward to now, people have met up in real life. We've been invited to weddings. Like we've seen people like grow. It's crazy how it's kept us together. And I'll admit, the last few years of Madden, it was getting kind of rough. We were getting kind of tired of it. But man, the college game, we switched over. Dude, it is completely revitalized it. We've had guys that took a break a few years ago get back into it, buy a whole console just to get back into this league. It has completely revamped it.
See, that's the stories. That's what we're talking about. Like, Josh, it's. I mean, I know people who I've met through other friends doing, like, through this, because it's just friend of a friend.
Do they play the fight songs and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Stoney, it's immersive.
All right.
I'm telling you. I know it's a little late to, like, if you've never played these games, to pick up the sticks.
Yeah.
Okay, so
they're immersive.
The old college football, I played that. I loved it. you would tear down the goalposts after upsets. Do they still do that?
I don't remember. I don't think it was in last year's game. It may be in this year's game.
Okay, good, because that's some of the nuances I was talking.
There's
about.
stuff that they still could do better. Like they used to have a Heisman presentation. Like it'd go to like a cut scene and be like the finalists, and then your guy would hold up the trophy. Now they just give you like the results.
Oh,
they could do a little more to make it immersive. Where there was it NFL the 2K used to make an NFL game, and they would do like a Chris Berman highlight package after every single week of games.
Wow.
Like that's the cool stuff.
Yeah, or the things like back in the old Madden when the ambulance would run over an injured player. Seriously.
Let's get to Chris and Ypsilanti. Chris, good morning.
Hey, guys. Good morning. On the video game thing, I, like a lot of callers, also enjoy the sports games, but I think my friends think I'm a sicko for this. So on every major sports game I play, I go straight to franchise or dynasty mode. I peruse Reddit for the most realistic sliders, so that way I can get the most realistic stats coming out of a sim. I'll then go into the games after I've built the team or whatever, and I'll simulate it, but I'll set the simulation speed to slow, and what that ends up doing is it plays the game in front of you like it's a broadcast. And that's my primary way, especially with the football games like Madden and college football. That's my primary way of playing the game. It's like I want to test to see how good the team actually is because I know if I play it, I'll win. But if I just watch the game, one, I get like a free version of college football in the off season. But two, it's like that's like the most satisfying thing for me.
You watch the games.
Yeah, dude, have you never watched first, the broadcasts, they do a pretty good job of, like, replicating the broadcast.
Sure.
They cut out a lot of the fluff. Like, there's not a lot of standing around. There's no commercials. And you get to see if, like, that 5-star running back you recruited is actually any good or if this offensive line you put together is actually cohesive. So I'll watch the games. I watch the Madden game. I'll watch the college football game. I know it's weird. I know my friends think I'm a sicko. But
you are, but to each their own. I mean, I like playing once I've recruited that 5-star running back.
So when you recruit your team,
yeah,
okay, and you're playing another person,
yeah,
he doesn't have this. There's no duplicate players.
No.
Oh, okay.
Like he's coaching.
It's a draft, basically.
No, so like okay, if we were doing one, American doesn't have a team, but
right.
we'll give you a team. So
okay,
you're Michigan,
right?
And there's no current restrictions or penalties on them for recruiting,
right?
So that season starts, and there's a world of players that have varying degrees of interest in you.
Okay.
That then you try to recruit, and you try to get them on campus, and you try to pitch the things that you're Michigan. You got great academics. Well, do they like academics? So there's a whole strategy.
Is there
to bringing
video
them in.
of them like walking on campus and meeting with the coaches and all that stuff?
No, we're not there yet.
Okay.
But I think I saw this year now, if you do like the Road to Glory, they have the hats.
Oh.
So when you pick your school, they've got the hats on the table and you make your selection. No, they've done this up.
They don't have like Sharon Moore taking kids to Zingerman's and stuff
God.
like that. All the
ordering a sandwich. It's
Yeah.
it's a whole like life simulator. The guy says you got to tell Stoney about these crowds, these environments. You can't audible. Your screen starts to shake if you're playing like Virginia Tech at night with Enter Sandman. Your controller, you can't even audible. Your receiver routes are all squiggly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like,
That's
what?
awesome.
You got to remember what play did I call, and then the play snaps, and you're just thrown into the environment.
See, that's great. Now, Greg wouldn't go through that because his is on simulator, so he can't control that, right? He just watches it.
Essentially, I'm watching a game cast of the game.
Well, that previous caller, yeah.
Let's get to Matt in Pleasant Ridge. Matt, good morning.
Good morning. This is a great topic, guys. I love it. My first home console was Pong back in like 1977. So I've run through the gambit, boys. No question. But there was a game that came out on the Sega CD called Dracula Unleashed, and it was the first time the video games used real actors, and there were little vignettes. And you had to watch, the action and then get the clues either through verbal or they would hand you something, and then you went about your business and you put it in your little briefcase. And if you didn't do the right thing, you died. This game, I kid you not, took me 2 consoles and over 9 months to finish.
You were all in.
Oh man, I would lay up. I had notebooks. I would lay awake at night and obsess over this game. many a late nights and a couple beers, but I finally got through it, and it was insane. But I don't think you can play that game anymore. If you ever get a chance to, try and find it on, and if you can do a retro game, it's amazing.
Yeah, I've never heard of it, but I would take your word for it. I mean, it's these games now. I mean, immersive is the word I'd use. You just feel like you're consumed into it. I forget which celebrity it was, and maybe, I don't know, Greg, maybe you saw this. There was a celebrity that said with his college football dynasty with his buddies, he kept Excel spreadsheets. Like, I don't want to get the celebrity wrong, but it was a big-name celebrity who was geeking out in one of these leagues, and he'd have his depth chart, and he'd be keeping notes on his laptop. He, took it as if it was his part-time job coaching this football team. Anyway, it comes out today for the early release. Thursday is the regular release for everybody to get it, but it's the second year. And
so tomorrow we'll get your review.
Yeah, I'll be playing it today. Okay. It's going to mean nothing. I'm going to be speaking another language to you.
That's okay. I'll live vicariously through you.
Okay. We can all live vicariously through this Tiger baseball team. We got to get back into it. We got to talk about this weekend, what they did to those Cleveland Guardians. They buried them. A funeral, a celebration. It's all coming up next, 97.1.